So this is the course website. Hopefully, you weren't able to access this until midnight last night, right? So, and it'll be open until December 16th. I would expect, if you are ambitious, that you could finish this class up before December. I'll have all the homework, like there's a few homework assignments, the quizzes you have to take, and you have to take 4 exams all online. And so you could probably wrap this up by the end of November. I'm not so sure, because this is hybrid, technically we don't have to meet here every week. So I would expect the December classes, there might not be any at that point. Right, we'll have covered the material. So that's good news, I hope. But you still, I think if you look on all the quizzes and exams are right in the quiz section. And then if you look here, it'll tell you when they are available, right? Like this opens up today. This quiz too won't open up until September 12th, because I would rather wait till I cover the material before you attempt taking quizzes. It's never usually, there's always 1 or 2 students that if I opened it up early, they would take it and regret doing it. But that's the idea. So exam 1 is online, you take it online, and these 2 quizzes before September 18th. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I may, because Monday is a holiday, you guys will be like a day or a week behind the other class. So if we're still working on, like September 12th, if we haven't finished chapter 3, then I'll probably extend the amount of time I'll give you another week to take that exam. If I extend the date for this exam, I'll extend the date for the quizzes as well. Okay? And what I'll probably do is there'll be announcements like every week. I may make an announcement saying what I did in class, and like say quiz 1 is available. So for people that can't make it to class, in the announcement, I'll probably keep them up to date. I'm not requiring attendance. I don't see the point in that. If you want to do well, show up. You don't care, then I can't make you care about class. Or how well you do in school. Kind of up to you. I got more important things to do, whatever that is. Now, I don't have an office on this campus. They don't, you would think they'd give me the 103A back there. I think that would be fair. But then I'd have to come through the class to get to it. But technically, my office is in building 6 on the Deland campus. Now, what I thought I'd do on Mondays is just not go there, or maybe go there for half an hour and then show up here at least by 9 o'clock. So for you, my office hours will be in this classroom between 9, say, and 9:30. You ever have a question, you can email me, but I'm not gonna, write a real lengthy reply. If the answer to your question is long, I'll say, please see me in class, or give me a phone call in my office. So you could expect to reach me in my office on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday between these hours to call if you needed to talk. I don't get very many phone calls, and I get very few visits. Not that it hurts my feelings at all. Any questions so far? I think there was some wording in this first paragraph here about this being an online class because it applied to the syllabus for my online course. So I removed that. And probably most people won't even recognize it. So they're up here. I teach 2 sections of this course, Survey of Biology. 9:30 here. It's supposed to last till 10:50. No, 9:30. Yeah, 10:50. But we'll probably be, for the most part, we'll probably be done by the 35 after the hour, 10:35 or so, something like that. I might need to go a little bit longer today because we're not meeting Monday than I normally would. There's my office phone number. There's I put any addition here. I get it a lot of times, especially the dual enrolled students, they want to use an old textbook that high school has. That's fine. I'm using figures from that textbook in my PowerPoints. That's the only reason that might be helpful. If you wanted to, you're a textbook person. Right, that's the textbook. I'm going to take attendance today if I don't forget, and that's because they ask me if you've been to class. I can't say you have been if you haven't. Technically, it's for financial aid. So if you're getting financial aid, you don't show up for your first week classes, you could be dropped from the class. I don't think it's that difficult to get you back in it, but that's called attendance verification. After that, though, I won't be taking attendance. So there are assignments that are due before each exam. Sometimes it's just one assignment, sometimes it's 2. So in the assignment folder, you'll see the list of the assignments. The first one is a little bit different than these 4, and this one, the second one's a little bit different than these. These 4, you'll watch a video, and the video will answer the questions that you need to answer. If you watch the video and then try to answer the questions, it might be difficult. But if you're watching the video and they'll be in the same order, each question will be answered as you watch the video. I think they're like 10 minutes. They're not long. A couple of them might be. The nutrition label doesn't have a video. The survey is an easy 10 point. You get 10 points for each assignment. And this one is if you clicked on it, it would give you a link to the quiz section, which is the pre-course survey. It's 15 questions. I guess not 10 points, it's 15 points you get. Some classes it's 10. When you take this, it's a quiz, but it's a survey. It's not graded. If you complete the survey, you get the 15 points. And I verify you attended if you didn't come to class today. Does that make sense? So you have until Monday, or Sunday rather, I think, to complete that first assignment. So do that, I do it today for me. Now, if you so that's the assignment. I'll put announcements about the assignments as well. Now, when you download the questions for the assignment, right, it's just a Word file. I'd appreciate it if you saved it to your computer first. It gives you the option of saving it, and it saves it to OneDrive. A lot of times I get people, they fill out all their questions with answers, and they don't save it, I don't think. And so when I open it up, it's blank, right? It's just the question. Save it, but don't save it to OneDrive, please. I don't use OneDrive, but I just don't trust them. I've got trust issues. But that's what I mean when I say here, you should not save assignments to OneDrive using the computer. If you do that, I give you an opportunity to resubmit it. I'll always grade the link. You can submit more than one file. So if you submit two, I'll grade the one that's the most current as well. Like I said, I'm making a video today, probably a waste of time, for those students that don't make it to this class, and then if they don't make it to my Wednesday's class, they can watch this one as well. There are lecture videos in the content section under lecture videos for each chapter. That's what I do here. There's not really a textbook because the material you need to know for the quizzes and the exams are on the PowerPoints, all of it. So I'll go over the PowerPoint in class. If you didn't make it to class, you could watch the video at home instead, right? When I recorded it in the spring, pretty much the same thing. So there's online quizzes before each exam, right? There'll be either 1 or 2 assignments due before each exam, and there'll be anywhere from 4 quizzes to, there's just 2 quizzes due for the first exam. They're done online, right? You have 10 questions, 1 point apiece, you have 10 minutes to complete it. If you have any issues with downloading, uploading, opening up a quiz or whatever, your computer crashes while you're taking a quiz, call up the online help desk if they're open at that time. I can't, troubleshoot your computer issues as much as I'd like to. Then the exams, there's 50 questions, they're worth 100 points, so there's 2 points for each question for them. You get 2 attempts on the quizzes, but you don't get 2 attempts for exams. You only get 1 attempt per exam. If you miss 1 exam, it probably won't be an issue. If you miss the second one, it will be an issue of some kind. I'm even thinking of, let's see, missed exam, deducting 10 points on makeup exams, right? I have that option, depending on what your excuse is. But it's not like you wait till the last minute, that could be an issue, right? There's no reason to wait till the last minute to take them. It's usually not a problem. I'll have extra credit occasionally, but I won't, if you email me and say I want to make up some points, then I won't do that. So it's pretty straightforward. Darn it, it is 10 points. I gotta fix that. I got 15 points on the survey. It's only 10. So all your assignments are worth 10 points. So if you complete the survey, right, that's worth 10 points, not 15. Sorry about that. And then you have 12 quizzes altogether, 10 points apiece, and then 4 online exams for 600 points. So I would rather, at the end of the semester, let you know where you stand by telling you what your total points are instead of giving you a percentage. I think it's a little easier. But I'll explain that more at the end of the semester, what I mean by that. But you need 540 total points for an A, right, which is 90% of 600. You can get an FN if you stop attending class. So in November 10th, they're going to ask me, have you been attending class? And if you haven't been participating, or like you missed an exam or the quizzes or the assignments before that date, I don't see you in class, I'll probably email you, where are you? If I don't hear from you, you could be W1, right? Which means you're withdrawn for non-attendance. That happens in all the courses at Deltona State. Sort of like a financial aid thing. If you're withdrawn, you can get back into the class, but most of these students just stop coming, and they're better off with a W1 than an F. I mean, some people register for these classes in April and forget that they even registered for them, right? They don't show up. It happens all the time. Incomplete, I don't want to really get too many of them. Don't cheat. Do I have to define what cheating is, or plagiarism? You know, that's usually not an issue in here. You can record the class, right, which is fine with me. Before we didn't allow video recordings, but now you can. Just don't post them on some weird place. Now, student behavior. Now what? I had to add this, points will be deducted for disruptive and disrespectful behavior. Now, 9 times out of 10, or maybe even more than that, it's because someone comes in at 20 minutes after the class starts and decides they want to sit up in the front. That pisses me off, okay? I'm not going to be real happy about that. I'm sorry if you feel you are entitled to that. If you expect to be late, or you are late, as long as you grab a chair in the back, it's no big deal at all. But I had a student, you know, class started at 11, at 11:30 she'd show up and then sit right in the very front. So, you know, it's those kinds of things that happen that you start filling up, that, you know, why things like that get generated. It's probably not going to be an issue. I don't want you talking either. Okay, now, if you ask your neighbor a question and, you know, it's yes and no big thing. But I'm going to ask you to leave, or I'll start taking points off for each time you talk to your neighbor, and it'll add up pretty quickly. So, you know, I'm not saying you have to be silent. I'm just saying don't come in here and expect to have, you know, what did you do over the weekend conversations with your buddy. That's all. That's very disrespectful. And what happens, I've seen classes, you know, there'll be 3 or 4 conversations going on while the instructor's trying to teach. I mean, it gets way out of hand if you don't, you know, make it a... But so far, so good. I can tell you guys are listening and not talking. That's good. That's it. I don't know if it applies so much for this class, but other classes, sometimes having this outline allows you to transfer the credit to another university. That's kind of why all this is here, right? This is what this course covers. Or they expect us to have our office hours in the syllabus, so that's why that's there. Now there's 2 days for the schedule. Right? This is Wednesday's class, which is just basically 2 days after Monday's class. This is Monday's class. That's why there's both. Instead of making 2. And these are all the chapters, right? Chapter 22 we're going to do before chapter 4. Right, chapter 26 fits in here. Then if there's a quiz associated with that chapter, right, you can see that here as well. You can also, next to quiz 1, in parentheses, it'll say what chapters quiz 1 covers. And then this is the first week. So we're not gonna, the introduction, we might be able to finish that today, but like, we're not gonna have a week 2, right? That doesn't happen in this class. We just jump right to week 3. We don't meet next week. I don't think too many people really look at this schedule, but if you do, I kind of want to explain it. Any questions about it?
I have one question. You
Yeah.
said I'm pretty sure I saw nutrition digestion in the assignment area. For chapter 22, is that, could I find that in my textbook that I have?
No, the reason I put the assignments, assignment 3 and 4 will be due before exam 2, right? Assignment 2 will be due before exam 1. Assignment 1 is actually due Monday, so it's a little bit different, right? But the other assignments, I put them here saying, you know, before exam 3, you need to complete assignment 5 and 6. That's why the assignments are listed there.
Thank you.
Yeah, because like, you know, say assignment, I think it's assignment 2 is about cellular assignment 3 deals with cellular respiration. So it's associated with that, right? Or assignment 4, right? Then one of these chapters corresponds to one. You know, the purpose of doing the assignment is to help you learn the material. And since this is a hybrid course, you know, you have homework assignments that you complete online. I added that when I started teaching this. You know, I did it online for a couple of years, and then we came back to a hybrid. You know, the administration wants us to do as much in-person learning as possible. As much as you guys resist it, you'd rather not. Okay, so let's see how much of chapter 1 we can cover today. And like for each week, when I come in, I will cover chapters, and I have a PowerPoint for all the chapters, and the material that you need to know for any quiz or exam are on the PowerPoints. Okay. When you take in a quiz or exam, it could be true and false, or you'll get multiple choice questions, and I'll try to help you prepare for that.